Okay. All right. I think I'm in the house. I think I'm in the house with that guy again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Big Blue fans, I'm in here with him again.
We're back. We're
We
back
are
and
back.
still a little stung from Sunday. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, I'm I'm stung, but not that bad. Remember, I'm optimistic.
You are. You are. You are.
And I know you're the realist. I know you're the realist. But
I understand.
I'm actually, but I'll say this is gonna sound funny, but I'm kind of jazzed by how the game went.
Oh, there's a lot to be happy about, and we briefly talked about that in the last video. We scored 37 points.
Right.
That
I mean,
that's a good thing.
yeah, it was. I mean, and Russ was cooking. Russ,
Cooking.
he was cooking, and
He
the
was lighting
offense
it up.
looked good. But hey, before I get into that,
Oh yes. So who are we? Well, I'm Clay from Brooklyn, football with the fellas, and who am I here with?
I'm your man Mazo. It's all about Big Blue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're ready now. We're ready now.
We're definitely ready now. We're definitely ready.
Got signage.
Oh yeah, we got. We love our
Shout out to my
signage.
man Albert at work whose 3D printer hooked us up.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate that, Albert. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Nice, nice.
But look, man, let me tell you real quick because I know we got some. I know we said before we don't want to dwell too long on
No.
on the Dallas game, but it's something else. I think I mentioned it in my the last video was.
Yeah.
You hear that now since Joe Burrow went down, there's word now that the Bengals want. Are you thinking about taking our guy, Mr. Wilson?
I don't blame him. If I was the Bengals, I would look into that option because Burrow's going to be gone for 3 months. I'm figuring that they're thinking, well, Jake Browning is not going to get us through these next 3 months all that well. Look
No.
at what Russ just did. Maybe he will, and maybe the Giants would be willing to part with him. And I'll be honest, we have to take that seriously. We got to at least listen.
Would you really let Russ go now? I mean, do you think you can can we get a third rounder from Russ? I think
So again, you know me, I don't just look at the obvious part. I try to throw some packages together. There's some other people that they probably could use too, right? We're souring on Tay Banks. Right?
Yes.
We are de-emphasizing Devin Singletary, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Snaps. And Jalen Hyatt didn't get any snaps.
No, I look for him
So
too. Nothing.
I would try to package several, if not all of them together to get back something even more. Like, I don't want to give you Russell Wilson for a 6th-round pick. I'm not doing that.
Right.
But
No.
I could give you 2 or 3 of those guys and maybe get like a 3rd-round pick. If they really think that they have a shot at the playoffs and that Russ can get them there, can hold the court, and it could be conditional. It could be like, maybe it's a 5th-rounder, and if he plays 10 games as a 4th-rounder, and if you make the playoffs as a 3rd-rounder, like something creative like that, so that they would be looking at it as the more we got out of it, the more we'd be willing to give up for it.
Yeah. I would like to get a lineman if we could. Really good lineman would help. I would love that if he didn't do anything
That
else.
would be great. I don't see them giving one up because as it is, they're getting Joe Burrow beat up.
Right.
So I don't see them saying, let's make our offensive line even weaker. And their defense is terrible. So, I surely don't think they're going to give up any. But a draft pick, I can see them saying, you know what? I would pay a 3rd-round pick to be in the playoffs when Joe Burrow is healthy.
Yeah.
If it's conditional like that, then maybe they would go for that.
But would that mean that Dart would start?
So, not in my opinion. That's not what I would do.
The fans want it.
It may meet the fans want it, and Dable may do it. But in my mind, I would start Jameis Winston and say Dart still needs to sit a little longer and watch a little more. I mean, he got into 3 plays on Sunday, and the first one he handed the ball off and Scatterboo scooted. And the third one he slipped and fell on his own feet.
Right.
Yards. He didn't look, ready. I'm not saying he won't be ready, but that outing didn't say to me, oh, let's get him in here next week.
Now, I can see, I'm wondering, he's going to try to pull that again. And they will put him out there again for a couple of snaps. He's going to have to let him throw because if he's just going to have I don't want our future quarterback running with the ball all the time.
No, no.
No.
And honestly, yes, if you're going to put him in, you should let him throw a little bit. But Russell Wilson was in the midst of a 450-yard, three
Right.
touchdown
I
day.
agree.
Why would you take snaps away from that? Like, what does the brother have to do to stay on the field
Right.
if 450 and three tutties ain't enough?
Okay, and would you say now this is funny because I'm getting to this sore subject for you.
Okay.
It's the offensive line. Did you see any type of because I know you looked
Oh,
at all 22.
Marcus Bowe, I've looked at all 22, not the whole game, but quite a bit of it. Marcus Bowe looked very solid to me. Not spectacular. He still needs a little more sand in his pockets, so to speak. He's not quite as strong as we would like him to be. And that's, I think, what we were thinking we would do with him is let him hit the weights and get a little stronger this year, and then by next year, really be ready. But his footwork looks really good. He's smart and positions himself well. He passes off stunts well. I like the young man. And he was so much better than James Hudson. Like, don't even get
Oh,
me started. The fact that James Hudson still has a job is pissing me off.
I'm shocked because if that was Parcells, he'd have took him out right then and there and said, "Just
Oh,
leave
yeah.
your pads."
He would have been cut at halftime. Like, he
Right.
literally would not have been dressed for the second half.
Really. I mean, I can't see this guy getting back on the field
I, barring injuries, he should never see the field again.
ever, ever. No,
Not
no,
for us.
not for us. No, no, no,
I
not
don't
at
get
all.
it. I don't get it. But then again, Shane Bowen should have been fired on the spot.
That was the next thing I was going to
I was
mention.
telling our friend Kevin that Shane Bowen and James Hudson should have been together hitchhiking their way back to New York. They should have both been on the side with their thumbs out. I wouldn't have let them on the bus or the plane. Nope. Nope. You're fired. Get out.
Shane Bowen has to go. I mean, I saw his. It's funny. We knew where the Cowboys had to go,
Yes.
and I looked back at
Everybody knew. Not just
those
us.
plays. And y'all know if you have that set up or anything like that. But I remember looking back at it. I said, this is a huge hole.
Huge hole.
Where they
Like,
have
I
to
could have
go.
completed a pass in that hole. I could have run the pattern as the receiver,
Right.
or I could have completed the throw as the quarterback. And I don't mean in my 20s. I mean today. That's how big that hole was. And I'm 133 and a half years old. And, and I would have got open because there was no one covering anybody.
Nobody.
And I would have completed that pass because there was no one covering anybody. I mean, I can throw the ball 30 yards. I can reach 30 yards. And that's pretty much all you had to do.
I, I
Anyway,
mean,
obviously, I'm not serious about what I could do, but any NFL quarterback, there's three on every team. There's 96 quarterbacks that could have completed that pass.
it was open. Oh, it was open. We didn't. It's funny.
Anyway,
I thought back. I went back to the Bayview Express days and our flag football days, and we ran our defense. We actually came up and dared you to try to run past us. These are NFL guys. They can run.
there were two safeties inside our 40, somewhere between the 35 and the 40 on our side of the field. I mean, was it Bob Hayes and Usain Bolt lined up wide? Like, how fast do you think these guys are that you got to be 40 yards downfield and then they backpedaled?
Right. Right.
Seriously? All right, we'll get to that. We'll get to
We'll
that.
get to that.
Guys, before we go any further, please do me a favor. Grab that like button, share, subscribe, comment. You know the drill. Just make sure you want to hear more of this. So sign up with us.
And
All
definitely
right.
want to know what you guys are thinking too, please.
Oh, yes. Let us know. Let us know. I want to show you a couple of slides, just a couple of things. As usual, I have a few thoughts on some of the things that I consider mostly, as you see, head scratchers and nuisances. A couple of things I just don't get. So first of all, this was a good thing. I wanted to just show you that Scatterboo, watch how he picks the hole and hit that. This was, I think it was 3rd and 2. I just like this young man.
Oh yeah.
That's not the head scratcher or the nuisance. That was just by the way, I really like this young man.
Oh, that's a skidoo.
Looking good. He is
I
looking
really
good.
like him. I really like him.
Like him a lot. Now, this particular play, and again, Russ was cooking. I ain't mad at you, Russ. But look up here, neighbors. and tell me why he didn't get the ball thrown to him. That safety is not keeping up with him.
No, you see him running right
And
past
you
him.
see him starting to throttle down now because he sees the ball was thrown. But in my mind, if I'm Russ and Russ had enough time this time, if I'm Russ, when right there when he blows past the cornerback, when Russ hits his back foot there, I can see that this safety hasn't turned and run yet. He's still cross stepping,
Right,
right?
right.
That's not going to get it done.
No,
Malik is in full stride. And now he's starting to turn and run. And I'm just thinking that Russ might have seen that before he made his little check down. And he did have time. I mean, James Hudson's about to get beat as usual, right? This is James Hudson about to get beat.
oh God.
But he had time to step to his right a little bit and just hurl this down the field. I feel like this is a shot we should have took. But again, Russ did so well. I ain't gonna be mad at you.
It's hard for me to look. Even though I threw the interception at the end, it's still
I cannot put this on Russ. When
no,
you
not at
throw
all.
4 and change and 3 touchdowns, you were not the reason we lost.
No, no.
So this was that holding call on Slayton.
Oh,
Watch when he throws the flag. So here's the hold. Now it's not a hold, but it's not a big hold. And look at this. Now he throws the flag. Seriously? It's like
Wait.
somebody upstairs had a microphone and he had a little, earpiece, and they said, "Remember, we want Dallas to win this game."
That's right.
And this looks like too big a run. We can't let this stand.
He don't even have his hands on him anymore.
Right. No, the hold happens here.
Right
And again, it's
right at the
not
50.
that much of a hold. The hold happens there.
The announcers even said that.
Right. Now, this man has not even reached for his flag yet. And now he reaches for it here. Really?
I know.
That's when you realize, oh yeah, that thing that happened, 5, 10, 15 yards ago, I better call that.
Yeah, see, man.
That is shady.
Yeah.
That's shady.
That's definitely shady, dude. I'm
Not shady.
sorry.
Chris Manhertz is a blocking beast at tight end. I know before the season started, people were saying, why we keep Manhertz? That young man can block. Hudson, not so much.
Not so much on Hudson.
Here's Chris Manhertz. Here's Hudson. Let's see what happens on this play. Chris Manhertz is just handling this man. Stay out my face. Hudson is getting run over.
Hudson's always seems to be chasing the guy he's blocking, which is you know what? You should, as the offensive lineman, you should not see the back of.
You don't want to see his back.
Of the guy
Unless
you
he's putting a spin move on, you shouldn't see his back.
Right.
But again, I just want you to see Manhertz, the tackle Illuminor is not even helping him. He's like, I know Manhertz got this. Here you are about to get toasted, and they just run right through you. I mean, you were actually in the right place, and he just ran right through you. And this is the play where Russ put the ball in his left hand and threw it forward like Eli.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah.
That they thought might have been a fumble. Okay. This was one of many Hudson penalties, but I just want to show you again, Scatterboo scooting. The little scat scoot was nice.
Scatterboo!
Scatterboo! Look at this.
Look at that.
And then he finished the run strong. Boom. Right? Another 5 yards after contact.
I love how he hits the hole. I just love how he hits the hole.
Right.
He got quick feet, though, for a guy being that big.
Now, this is the penalty. And as much as I can't stand Hudson, this wasn't really his fault. What he's trying to do is push the defensive end past the play, but the defensive end slipped. He slipped first. And that's why the SWAT hit him in his head, and they called him for hitting in his head.
But Clay, he brought his arm back. he swung at him.
Watch this. This is Trey Smith, right guard for the Kansas City Chiefs. Get out of here. See, like that's a thing. This is Andrew Thomas at Georgia playing against Kentucky. That's Josh Allen. Get Get off my field. Get out the club. You know what I'm saying? Like
He threw him out the club.
the Hudson, that is a thing. Linemen do this.
But
Get out the club. And that's Josh Allen. That's not somebody that's going to be an accountant next year. That's not a dentist. That's Josh Allen. So I'm just saying the thought wasn't so crazy. The execution was unfortunate because the man slipped and you wound up hitting him upside his head. But that's the thing. I mean, I remembered those two vividly myself. So that's why I went and found that footage. But I'm sure that it has happened many more times than that.
that's what Mean Joe Green used to do with the centers.
Yes. And Deacon Jones used to do the tackles. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so this should have been a touchdown. This is still in that drive that Hudson had, Hudson's only drive. But look at this pass. It would have been ahead
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
at the 4.
I remember that.
So Theo doesn't get his head around in time. The protection is good. The pocket is good.
Here's the
Throw
pocket.
is good. If the throw hits you in the head, maybe you should have put your hands up. It literally hits
They
him in
hit
the
him
head.
in the, yeah, I remember that.
He catches that ball, he's at least inside the 5, right? Big strapping tight end like him with that cornerback on him, he's at least at the 5. Maybe he carries you into the end zone.
Right.
We should have scored on this drive if that pass is caught. Again, Russ was cooking. Here we finally have 3 interior defensive linemen.
I was counting them during the game, and I was like, I know you were like going crazy.
So once in a while we put him in there, and again, what happens? Pressure, right? Because you can't block everybody well when there's that many people there. When there's 5 people on the line of scrimmage coming hard, right? 1, 2, 3 interior, and then 2 edge rushers. That's hard for any offensive line, and Dallas doesn't have a great offensive line. And so this guy was supposed to have chipped, I think, but he didn't. He just ran right past you. And now Dak has to get rid of the ball right away.
Right.
So this is what I want. I want us to do this a lot more often, please. People have been talking about Dex. I'm really getting sick of people saying that Dexter Lawrence is disappointing. Now, is he as dominant as he was the last 2 or 3 seasons? Not yet. I think partially because he had a dislocated elbow last year. Like that's not nothing.
But he's getting double teamed on every snap.
He gets double teamed every snap, which he did last year too. But his wife also just had a baby, like literally last week. So I don't know how much sleep the brother's getting. I mean, I'm not saying that that's an excuse, but it's an explanation
Right,
for
right.
why he may not be quite 100% yet. But when he gets one-on-one, he still wins most of the time, as you will see him do here. Like the center lets go and lets the guard block him. He's like, get off me.
See, yeah,
You know who I am? I'm 97. Get off me. So it was supposed to have been a double team, right? It was initially a double team. And the center said, oh, I got to climb to the second level. So the center who started with him left him to the left guard and moved to the second level. This is something we do wrong too. A lot of times, John Runyon and Greg Van Roten are double teaming with John Michael Schmitz, and they leave John Michael Schmitz alone too soon. This back probably thinks, oh, there's a hole here. I'm gaining them yards. And Dex is like, nope, because I'm throwing your guard into that hole, and I'll just grab you myself.
That's right.
So yeah, when you put Dex one-on-one, and what makes Dex one-on-one more often? 3 interior defensive linemen, right? So I'm not saying it has to be, right? This play wasn't. But it does. I'm sorry, this play was, but it's not always that. But when you have 3 interior defensive linemen, it allows Dex more often than not to not have to fight off double team for the whole play. So yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3 interior defensive linemen, 2 edge rushers, 2 inside linebackers. Can we do that more often, please?
I don't understand. I guess I was looking at our defense and I'm like, I know you mentioned it before. It's like, why is Bowen running something that's not working? It's just not working. He's not changing it up.
It's the flavor of the month in the NFL. Like a lot of teams use this 4-man front a lot with 2 defensive tackles and 2 edge rushers. because it's a passing league, right? So they want to get more people, in the back seven, so to speak. But it just, like you said, if it's not working, you got to try something else.
But it's not giant football.
It's not giant football and it's not successful. Like,
Right,
one thing if
right.
you were winning with this, but clearly you're not. I got a little bit too much light in when I was recording it, so my apologies for it not being sharp enough. But this is the play that we all are scratching our heads about. Let me back up a little bit.
So wait,
The ball is snapped at the 33.
our safeties are at
Our safeties are at our 48, right? Now, this man can kick a field goal 70 yards. And to be clear, a 70-yard field goal, let's do the math. That means the ball would be placed here. That means it would be snapped from about here. So really, this is where we have to make sure he doesn't get to, right? We don't want the ball to get here. We don't want them to cross the 45. I'm
okay.
not sure he wouldn't have kicked a 72-yard field goal because that 64-yard field goal had plenty of extra leg and he didn't swing hard because it was only 64. But I'm just saying, if I'm the defensive coordinator and or the head coach, I'm saying to the defense as we break the huddle, I don't want them to be anywhere near this 45-yard line. They're at the 33. Let's keep them in here. So when you put two safeties at the 48, that's already a problem. But if you do put two safeties at the 48, they should be, as you said, coming downhill at the snap.
Right.
Now, and
They're
if you
20 yards, like 20 yards off the ball. And there's no if I'm playing again, I'll go back to Bayview Express days.
yes,
Eh, There was no way I figured if I'm that far off the ball, no one's running past me.
right,
They're not. I can
right,
react too quick. They're
right,
backing up.
right. And now I want you to watch Dane Belton. Dane Belton is right here. He's a safety, by the way. This is not like it's a linebacker who's not used to coverage. Why would you even start the play here if you know where you really want to be is here? Not only don't you need to be there, but if that's where you thought you needed to be, then just be there. Watch him just turn and run away from the play. He's watching this tight end come upfield and saying, you know what I need to do? I need to cover the star, like the far point of the star, not the tight end, the star. That star is going to be locked up. I'm going to be all over that star, but that's not where the ball is. The ball is
No.
here where the tight end is. Honestly, this guy's open and this guy's open.
Yeah.
Like literally, Dak could have thrown it any way he wanted to. Like there's nobody not open. You're the closest to covered there is. But he could have completed this pass to one, two, or three people past the 40, right? He already has an open completion past the 40 to any one of them. Why? Why would you do that? And Dak picked the one in the middle. And honestly, he probably did us a favor because that's the one that was easiest to tackle.
Right.
If he hit this guy or this guy, they might have taken it further. But instead, he said, I'll just settle for it. Now, I'm going to show you this play one more time from the rear view. Dak is winding up before that tight end even turns around. I'm going to show the whole play and then I'll go back. Watch when Dak starts to throw. Dak is throwing now. That man hasn't even turned his head yet.
Ooh. Ooh.
So that's a great play by Dak. And you know they've practiced this a million times.
Oh yeah.
So he knows exactly when that man's going to turn around, and that man knows exactly when to turn around. They probably said in the huddle, get to the first point of the star, the ball will be there when you get there.
Right.
Because the ball is out of his hand. This man is still, not only has he turned around, he's still running. Bobby O sees what's happening, and he's like, uh-oh, nobody's covering this guy. I better get over there. But he doesn't get over there in time because Bobby O looks like he's a step slower this year than he has been. But as he makes this catch right on the star, 1, 2, 3, and there's a safety back here. It's not even on the TV screen yet. Who are they covering? You know who they're not covering? The Cowboys.
Right. Not coming anybody in a white jersey.
I don't understand that.
Not at all.
Here? Who was going back there? I mean, could someone have eventually gone back there? Sure. But who was back there now that you had to drop what you were doing and backpedal? Let's watch them, the two deep safeties, backpedaling across the 45, backpedaling to the 40, backpedaling past the 40. There's
And there's
nobody
nobody.
past midfield yet. Why do I need you at the 38 when the receivers are at their 45? 5, 10, 15 yards further downfield than anybody. Plus, this is not Michael Vick or Randall Cunningham or
Right,
Burt. This is Dak Prescott. Did you really think he was going to throw it from his 20 to our 20?
right, right.
I mean,
That's what they thought, man. It's like Shane
right.
Bowen.
So Bowen and Dable have to go. Have to go.
Uh,
Bowen
uh,
has to go. Dable may not.
that was the
Just
question I
one
had.
more thing.
Are they in a package group? Like we couldn't give it a Bowen now and then.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what we should do. I'm saying that Dable should get rid of Bowen, and if Dable doesn't get rid of Bowen, then Shane should get rid of Dable and Bowen and say, if you can't do this, then you can't be here either. So here's something I want you to think about. In the history of the National Football League, NFL kickers have attempted several field goals over 60 yards, over 100 of them. They have made 21% of them.
Right. Okay.
But against the Giants, the other 31 teams are 5 for 5.
Oh,
They have made all of them. Every single time they've tried a 60-plus yard field goal against the Giants, it's good. 4 of those were game on the line, last play of the game to either take the lead or tie the game, and they made all of them.
yes, we're cursed. You're
We're
right.
cursed.
We are cursed. That's
Let me say that
unbelievable.
again. In the NFL, you have a 1 in 5 chance, a 21% chance of making a 60-yard or more field goal, unless you're playing the Giants. In which case, you have no chance of missing the field goal.
That's right.
It is automatic. You are going to make that field goal. And if you need it to win or tie the game, no problem, because we got you.
We got you. That's right, man. Oh, oh.
So enough of that stuff. On to Kansas City.
Hey, we got a chance. We got look. No, you know what? Hold on. The only thing is this, where my optimism, not that it goes down, but I'm moving towards the realistic part now.
Okay.
KC is like it's almost like in a must situation right now. They
They're
got to
0-2.
win. They
They're
got to win.
0-2.
And I'll add this point. Now, this is going to sound a little far-fetched to you, but I got to add this point. The network put KC and the Giants on, and it's the Sunday night game.
I know.
The Sunday night game.
Us. Everybody's going to be watching us.
Is KC 0-2?
0-2.
Do you think the NFL is going to allow KC to be 0-3?
This is what I'm saying.
Anything that's close, you know it's going to happen.
And the Chargers are 2-0.
Right.
So if they, I mean, I don't know who they play, to be honest, on Sunday, but if they happen to go 3-0, you think Kansas City's going to be 0-3 while the Chargers are 3-0?
Oh, no.
So aside from the fact that Patrick Mahomes, not a bad quarterback.
Right.
Steve Spagnuolo, not a bad defensive coordinator. So I don't see us putting up 450 yards and 3 touchdowns and 37 points against them. Like you said, the NFL seems to have a vested interest in the Travis Kelce romance.
Oh, yeah. Right. I didn't even mention that.
You know, that if they start losing consistently, maybe her fans stop watching the Kansas City games. You know, part of why I'm sure a lot of her fans watch is to see her happy at a game her man is winning.
Right.
So no, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, anything can happen, right? Mahomes might get hurt in the first play of the game. Anything can happen. Jalen Carter got kicked out before the first play of the game.
Yeah, yeah. That was stupid too.
Not that Mahomes get kicked out, but I'm just saying anything can happen. I didn't think we were going to score 37 points against Dallas.
Remember, I had the high score.
You did.
But I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going with another shootout. I can't. It's funny. I can't predict against the Giants.
I hear you.
It's hard for me to do it. I'm
I
going
hear you.
again. It's gonna be like a 27-24 if the Giants coming out on top.
Okay.
I
I would
can't.
love for you to be right. I would love for you to be right.
I should have been right the last game.
You should have been right the last week.
If we just had a little defense. It's a
If
little
we
defense.
had, or if we had scored 24 seconds later.
right.
But I just can't see it. I can't see us beating Kansas City on Sunday Night Football when they're 0-2 also. I just can't see it. I would love it to be true. I just can't see it. But anyway, that's what we think. What do y'all think?
Does
Do we have a shot
anybody
this
think
week?
am I out there for y'all? If I'm out, let me know. If I'm just playing crazy because I'm going, I'm just a big blue guy, and I can't bet against them. No, I can't even just don't. I'm not a bookie, so don't bet with me. I'm not good at that, but I'm just hoping. I saw some good things on offense. I really like that,
Yes.
and I like what Scatterboo was doing. Wandell looked like an all-pro out there. I didn't know he can catch a pass, past 5 yards.
I didn't know it was allowed. I thought it was against the law.
Him getting in the end zone, and then Malik did his thing. I just wish Slayton. I wish they can find a way to get Slayton the ball, but
He had 2 catches for 60 yards.
two.
I mean, he should get the ball more, but he did have 2 catches for 60 yards, which 60 yards a game, I can live with that.
And and Scatterboo's taking over for Singletary. We see that right now. So
Right. Which is why I didn't trade him. But we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, but again, let us know what you're thinking about this game coming up, KC. It's it's the Sunday night game. KC,
everybody's gonna be watching.
What do you think?
Anyway, that's what we think. Please grab the like button, share, subscribe, comment. Clay from Brooklyn, Football with the Fellas, and who am I here with?
Shaman Mazo. And remember, it's the regular season in here right now, folks. We are, I'm trying to stay optimistic. That's Mr. Realistic over there. But remember, even with that, it's all about Big Blue. It's all about Big Blue.
Sir.
Yo, until next time, y'all. Peace. Big shout out to El Marquis Productions, the talent behind the music and production here at Football with the Fellas. It's all about Big Blue. Their beats bring energy and excitement to every episode. El Marquis' skills in mixing, mastering, and creating top quality sound make the podcast come alive each week. For your own projects, check out elmarquisproductions.com and take your sound to the next level.